Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright, guys, the content that we're going to talk about tonight is a fairly simple question. Of course, it's related to current events, but the question I'm going to pose to you is this: how many rights, how many civilians, how many citizens have to have their rights expunged, walked over, tread upon, or even revoked on the altar of failure? That's what I'm going to ask you, because what we're going to talk about tonight is the abject failure of red flag laws. We have multiple instances of where they openly fail, but that doesn't matter. There's always an excuse. It's either not enough budget, or someone didn't file a form, or there wasn't enough action. It's always something, but at the end of the day, you still have your rights removed. This is incredibly important, and that's what we're going to talk about. Everything is linked in the description box below. I might get spicy on this one because this is a very serious topic, and that's what we're going to discuss. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor who made this video possible, LAS Concealment, and then we're going to hit it hard on the other side. Now, in today's increasingly dangerous environment, arming yourself responsibly and effectively is paramount in defending yourself and those that you love. Selecting a holster is an important piece of embracing your Second Amendment rights, and LAS Concealment is here for precisely that purpose. With leading designs, inside and outside the waistband options, and combat tested by special forces and overseas operations, and available in hundreds of colors and patterns and custom prints, LAS Concealment has the right solution for you. Check them out in the link below, and thank you so much to LAS for making this video possible. But now let's talk about this situation, guys, because there's an elephant in the room, and even the media is starting to mention, hey, why are the red flag laws not working? We've got Indiana last year, we've got New York this year. There is a growing mountain of evidence that everything that we have been saying on the pro-gun side, red flag laws are not going to work, and they're continuing to fail. Again, at what cost? Let's dive in. This might be a little bit longer of a video, but we got to get through this. New York's red flag law should have helped thwart the Buffalo situation. But what went wrong? What went wrong indeed, NBC? Let's find out. Now, this is from Melissa Chin, May 16th, 2022. Less than a year after a white teenager in upstate New York was investigated for making a threatening statement at school, he legally purchased a firearm, which, the bad news here. All right, let's keep going. The situation at Tops Friendly Market in where it happened on Saturday should have been thwarted by New York's red flag law, which aims to stop people from buying or possessing firearms when they show their threats to themselves or others, gun policy experts say. And that's the elephant in the room. In New York, magazines of this capacity are illegal. You can't have them. They were there. Red flag laws exist. Existing red flag cases, which I don't agree with, by the way, but they were there. Again, you have to go to the entire premise. What amount of rights are you willing to throw on the sacrifice of safety, of which the government will not fulfill their end of the bargain because they cannot do it, but you still don't have your rights? We're going to walk through that, because this is really, really important. Quote, "It was designed exactly for this circumstance," said David Pucino, the deputy chief counsel at Giffords Law Center, a gun safety group. Oh, they're a gun safety group. They're a gun control group. They've been pushing for red flag laws in every state they possibly can, and it continues to fail. Even this guy's going, this is what it was designed for, but it's not working. Let's keep going. Instead, after Piece of Trash appeared on the radar of New York State Police in June over a chilling comment about a murder-suicide he made in a classroom while he was still a minor, he was evaluated and cleared. Again, the promise from red flag politicians and gun control politicians is sacrifice your rights and we will provide safety. I cannot emphasize enough, I do not agree with this. This is their promise. I do not agree with it, and it will not work. But again, this goes back to the video that I did earlier this week about the big promise that they are failing on. It's really crucial to fully understand this. No official involved in the investigation in June initiated a court process that could have helped prevent Piece of Trash from buying the rifle, a New York State Police spokesperson said on Monday. So everything's in place. What could have gone wrong? Again, government will fail you because it's an organization built to the lowest bidders. Enacted in 2019, New York's red flag law empowers school administrators, law enforcement officials, prosecutors, and family members to pursue court intervention when they believe they know someone who is at high risk of harming themselves or others. Again, I'm going to cite you back to the Indiana issue last year, cite you to New York this year. There are multiple cases where this situation has failed because they're trying to pass gun laws and trying to get guns out of everyone's hands, but it does not work, again, at the cost of your natural rights. This is incredibly important, and the sooner someone says, hey, the sacrifice that you're asking from us is pretty steep for not delivering. Again, I'm not for this red flag law thing. It's just common sense. You are under-delivering on what you're promising, and the cost is very high. Pucino said he believes a lack of awareness of the newly 3-year-old law likely led law enforcement not to request the court order. Okay, come on. So in Los Angeles, the attorney general there said, well, I know we have 20,000, 25,000 people on the go and seize their guns list, but we don't really have the funding, so nothing's happening there. Infringement, high cost, for nothing occurring. Now you got New York. Well, maybe they just didn't know about the laws. How many more times do you need to see abject failure at the cost that we're paying from a civilization on our naturalized rights of citizens before you go, maybe that's not the right solution? Got one more thing here. Since New York's red flag law went into effect in August of 25th, 2019, 1,464 extreme risk protection orders have been issued. Okay, how many of those people were wrongfully accused? How many of those people shouldn't have had their rights restricted because of something that occurred? And yet, meanwhile, you've got this situation. Well, they didn't know the file existed. They didn't know the law existed. It was ignorance. We'll do better next time. Meanwhile, they continue to pass more and more restrictive gun laws in New York State. This is the root of the issue. Got one more thing for you, and this is where someone from a gun control group actually says the truth. While there's no way to measure whether any one order helped avoid a specific tragedy, there's no way to measure it. Again, high cost, no way to measure it. You are delivering nothing except control. But Kavanagh and Pucino said peer-reviewed evidence has found that red flag laws in Indiana, where there was a situation in April where it failed, and Connecticut have prevented gun deaths, including suicides. Show it. Show it to us. Because it does not exist. Red flag laws are there to insulate any politician from saying, say, we did something, and we're going to get this and infringe on all these people's rights, but in the meantime, these don't work. They can't work. It's impossible to make them work. All the excuses that you want, all the best intentions in the world, they've paved a road to hell, and the cost is extremely high for citizens who are legal owners of guns in this country. I told you I'd get a little bit spicy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one in the morning. I'm Braden. See you later.